Alright Zerg friends, this is Fenner. It's time for another Stephano replay cast. Have fun, Stephano says. So I do believe this is the last replay cast of the Stephano week. I'm pretty sure I've done 6 already. I'm getting a bit confused because I couldn't do any casts over the weekend, so I had to catch up on Monday and Tuesday and do a bunch of them then. But I'm pretty sure this is the last one, so hope you've enjoyed Stephano week so far, guys. I've been told this one is an epic game as well. So we'll see. Stephano seems to play really fun, exciting and entertaining games. He has gone for a hatch first here. But let's go ahead and introduce these guys on Star Station TE. And once again, the Stephano banter there, saying that SjoW wants to play mech. In the top left, it is Stephano as the barcode in the red. 3 units for the win. This is going to be long. Oh man. Star Station TE, bottom right. It is SjoW in the blue. Now this guy, from Team Property by the way, this guy is actually a really good player. He's an extremely low APM player, but he does really well with the APM that he uses. So even though I think he's got below 150 APM, he manages to take games. Like when he was at, I think it was a DreamHack against Life, not too long ago, maybe half a year ago. He managed to beat Life in a best of 5 or a best of 3, I think it was, which is insanity. Foreigners don't beat Life, but SjoW managed to do it. He's actually got a lot of winnings under his belt as well. He won $13,000 in 2011 from one tournament and also won another tournament for $6,000. And in 2011 again, he also won another tournament for $8,000, which was IASF World Championship, The Gathering Easter, and IEM Season 5 European Championships. So he won a lot of money in 2011, which is pretty damn good for a foreign Terran player. Quite a long time ago though, obviously. He has open Reaper here. Just a single Reaper is going to be the choice for SjoW. It is really good on this map because it's kind of like Heavy Rain where you got this massive cliff face and you can just keep jumping up and down. But one thing that I've noticed is that the European Terrans really like to just go one Reaper and then get a bunch of Marines out at the front with the reactor before putting it onto the factory. Whereas NA Terrans, they seem to like 2 Reapers. And then Korean Terrans seem to like 3 Reapers. Which is really interesting. It's just a stylistic thing. It may be because this replay is a bit old and Innovation might have not shown his style before this game. Because Innovation is the kind of guy who brought 3 Reaper to the table, and a lot of people have been copying him since. I haven't seen 1 Reaper around too much lately. Again, this replay is probably about 2 months old. Not mega old, but definitely a bit old as it is on Star Station here. This has obviously been removed from the ladder pool. But yeah, we think that SjoW's going mech, or Stephano does. And we've got Hellion Banshee on the way. The most common, well, yeah, I would say the most common opener in ZBT right now, especially at the highest level. There's a lot of people still going 3cc at lower levels, like High Masters, Low GM, but I think at the highest level, in Pro League GSL, it's almost always seems to be Hellion Banshee. It's such a strong opener. You can harass so much with it. You can force a lot of mistakes out of the Zerg player, and it gets better with your controller as well. It's one of those builds where it's like, the better you are at the game, the better the build is, because there's so much micro and little things you can do with Banshees that can really make them a lot more effective. Same with Hellions, and it's all really hard to execute, controlling those Hellions, making sure they don't get picked off, making sure they don't get surrounded, and making sure you control the Banshees well so that they actually do damage as well. And it looks like Stephano is going to be going for a Zergling opener here. He hasn't thrown down a Rotoron, but he is going for the range upgrades straight off the bat. So may see Roach Hydra as we did in one of his previous games, or he could just go straight for Swarmhosts, as he is expecting mech from SjoW, as he did say at the start. I like the play he does with the Spine Crawler. He doesn't get as many queens as most players. He just gets the 4 queens and a Spine Crawler, whereas most players go 5 queens, and then they have 3 queens out at the front, and they can move them round, transfuse, and all that good stuff But Stephano just relies on the spine crawler instead, which I think is strong. The problem is, it's obviously stuck in one place, so if SjoW decided to attack down here, he can't just move his 3 queens down here and protect that position. He'll just have to rely on his Zerglings, which could get pretty painful, but it relies on the Terran player realizing that there's only one spine at the front. Because almost every Terran player is going to attack through this position. Now we've got a Roach Warren on the way for Stephano. So yeah, definitely going to see some roaches coming out of him. Lair is finished as well. Actually a bit late. Not in time with the lair there. Now some aggression at the front. 2 Cloak Banshees. Going to look to do a bit of damage on this queen. Can they get it? It looks like he might be able to save it. No transfuse though for the low HP one there. And the Overseer does join the battle. And 1 Banshee is going to get taken down. I don't think that's worth it. Banshees are very costly and you need to do a lot of damage with them. And this is the great thing about the Spine Crawler. Even though he's not going to be able to kill these Hellions with these Lings, he can just fall back to the spine. And transfuses on that are going to do so much damage to the Hellions. He's going to keep producing Lings right now. 36 Lings on the production tab. And he's going to defend this as best he can. Oh, another Banshee nearly getting taken down there from SjoW. More Lings do come out to try and deal with the ground army from SjoW here. But now his unit count's too low. He can't really push into that Spine Crawler. This is the thing. If the Terran player realized that there's nothing over here, he could push in so easily. Just kill the Zerglings and then ram all the units into the 3rd base. Infestation pit on the way, guys. So I think we may be going straight into Swarmhosts this game, as he has gone straight for the Ranger Craze. The funny thing is, he hasn't really scouted anything. Now, Hellion Banshee does often go into mech, but it quite often goes into bio as well. He does have a Overlord here, so we does see continued Hellion production. That is kind of a giveaway for mech, so I guess that's what he's going on there. Lings move forward, but he realizes way too many Hellions there. And SjoW just keeps building them. I think he's going to go for a big sack at some point, a big dive, to try and get a lot of drones. And that'll do a lot of damage if Stephano doesn't get enough roaches out. We have got 5 on the way now, though. And it looks like Stephano going for 2 bases at once. So he knows it's mech. Because you don't do this kind of double expand against the bio player. This one's going to get cancelled. Strong ground army here for SjoW. Really hard for Stephano to push into it. And there's the Enduring Locust and the Hive at the same time. So he wants to get those Vipers out really quickly so that he can blind. Oh, Spine Crawler gets taken down. Now he's going to rely on these roaches to deal with this mass Hellion count. Banshees in the mix as well. This is what I was talking about with SjoW's low APM. He's not doing a massive amount with this ground army. He could be, like, if this was Maru, the Banshees would be over here, the Hellions would be diving in on this side of the map as well. But SjoW is one of these slower players. His defense is really strong. And we get, whoa, that's a mistake. Random SCVs going out onto the map. Another one is going to be suicided as well. Stephano moving forward on all of these Hellions, but SjoW does kite it well. Make sure they take no damage. One more SCV going down. He better fix that rally point. There we go. He realizes now. Yeah. So SjoW just going to move these units back. And Stephano is going to look at establishing both of these bases. Actually, no Swarmhosts coming out yet. He's going straight for Hydras. No Vipers either. And he's floating a lot. So after these 3 Overlords, I guess is going to be the choice of units. But that's a pretty nasty supply block there. If SjoW was to go for a big 3-base push, it would be pretty nasty for Stephano. So the Overlords are going to pop now. We'll see what unit choice he does go for it. He's got the choice of going for like a Roach Hydra Viper timing, or just going straight into Swarmhost and playing on the defense there. 1 queen with the micro there, saving it. And there we go, Swarmhost on the way. So he's not be going for that Roach Hydra timing. He might have just been stacking up resources there, so that if SjoW did go for a push, then he could just overwhelm it with Roach Hydra. But if not, then he can just go into this macro game with Swarmhosts, play defensive, get a lot of spines and spores up, and he's already starting a bit of static defense down here. So this is definitely going to be a longer game, guys. And this is really good as well. With all the Hellions that SjoW has out, Stephano needs to be prepared for run-bys and the likes of that. 3-3 on the way for the Swarmhosts now, and the Roach Hydras as well. Looking at saturating this base at the same time. Hellion run-by coming in for SjoW. But there are 3 Spine Crawlers here, so I don't think he wants to dive onto that. But he could position them here. There aren't too many drones, but he can definitely position them there and distract Stephano a bit, annoy him, maybe get two drone kills in the process. Oh, just burns his face off there. Oh, Roach is coming from the bottom. How many kills can he get? It looks like 2 Hellions go down, but that's all it's going to be. But there's an attack up at the top of the map as well. Banshee is doing a lot of damage to these drones. That's 1 drone kill, 4 drone kills total. And now he's going to work on this base. The Queens are coming across the map. The Overseer is here as well. These should get pushed back pretty quickly. Hellions moving over as well. 2 Roaches on the Watchtower to protect this. Can they hold? They should be able to hold. Roaches are really good against Hellions, and they're doing a lot of damage here. Yeah, they're just going to kill them all, basically. If he focuses down this last one. But here comes the reinforcement Roaches as well. SjoW has to get out of there, and the Banshee escapes as well. And now comes the mass Swarmhosts. The double Spire behind it as well. Once you get to this point in the game, you do need to work on those double Spire upgrades, as you probably will need Corruptors at some point. Or even if you want to go for a Mutilus switch, which is a bit more unlikely. It's not the best in a verse mech game. You do see a lot of Swarmhost meter in verse mech nowadays, but I think this is more just for the late game Corruptors. And SjoW going for a big push at the bottom left of the map here. A lot of tanks, a lot of Hellbats, a couple of Thors in the mix as well. He's going to have an amazing position on here. Where's the Swarmhosts? It looks like the Swarmhost is just going to move over here to attack this base, and he's going to take this top right base at the same time. So he wants to secure the whole top half of the map. No drones were killed in the process. He just retreated them all out, and now he's back on 5 base as soon as this hatchery is finished. And SjoW shouldn't be able to keep this alive. All of his army is on this side of the map. No tanks to defend this one. It's not a planetary either. He's probably just going to have to lick it. There we go, lifting it up, escaping at the same time. Not too much creep spread on the top right though. That's not the best, because with Locust you really do want the creep spread. Creep spread going through the middle, which is nice. And he's going to leave 1 Hellbat here to ban any drones that decide to come over here to grow into a hatchery one day. Roaches and Hydras moving through the middle of the map. Nice that he's still got this group going around, as SjoW is still committing to Banshees at this point. A lot of... oh, these are orbitals. 1 planetary, 2 orbitals. Yeah, this is the thing about this map. You can put planetaries. 1 planetary here, 1 planetary here. Then you've covered every single attack angle on this side of the map. Because you can only attack in here, and you can only attack in here. This is why Turtle Mech on this map is extremely strong, because it's so hard to break through these planetaries and turret walls, and they get 5 bases to defend in these amazing positions. SjoW finds this base at the top right, so Stephano not getting to mine from that, but here come the Locusts for Stephano. There's no Ravens in the mix right now, and SjoW is taking a lot of damage. That was 3 or 4 Hellbats there. It might not seem like much, but that's 400 minerals to 3 units. It's efficient trading for Stephano. Now more Locusts come into mix. 1 more Hellbat, 2 more Hellbat, 3 more Hellbat, 4, 5 more Hellbats. 900 minerals down the drain to 3 units. And without Ravens, he's got the Ravens on the way now, but without PDDs, this is going to keep happening over and over and over. So I think SjoW should think about giving up this position until he gets the PDDs there. And here we go again. Oh, the Locusts are kind of misrallied there. Will they still do damage? Looks like no. He needs to rally them a bit better there, because they were going up to the top. Oh, looks like Stephano not letting SjoW get this base down here. Locust coming in again, and there's 2 more Hellions. Even going to do a bit of oh, not doing damage to that tank. But yeah, he really needs PDDs. 5 Ravens at a time, so he's going to have a lot of PDDs real soon, but he definitely needs to get them up here to secure this position. Probably wants to take this base at the same time as well. Locust coming in again. We're going to be hearing that a lot throughout this game, and tank damage right there. That's not what you want as a Terran player. Every time you take damage from 3 units, it's very inefficient. We've got a couple of Banshees over here. This is a great thing about SjoW's style, is keeping the Banshee production up so that he can harass throughout this game. If there was no Banshees harassing, Stephano would have this base and this base by now. But because of the Banshees, it's becoming really painful. Only 1 Hydra out as well. He's building 4 more right now, but there's 3 Banshees here. This base is going to get denied again. Great harassment from SjoW into the mid-game of this game. And, oh, 1 Banshee does get taken down by the Queen. Can he cancel this hatch? One more Hydralist coming along, but that should get taken down by the Banshees here. Does run back, and a couple more Hydras join up in the mix. Is the Banshee going to get taken down? Looks like that one will. Will the second one be able to beat this Hydra? Oh, that Hydra does a lot of damage. That gets taken down. But Locust still doing damage there. Another tank taken down. Spore Crawlers are coming up as well. Blinding Clouds are available on these Vipers, but there are Vikings in the sky to stop the Blinding Clouds from going off. The Corruptors do move forward, though, to take out these Vikings. Now the Locust moving forward, doing a lot more damage to these tanks and Thors. It just seems like a low tank count. There's a couple of tanks down here. He's focusing fully on Ravens, but he's not using the PDDs to defend with them. More Banshees on this side of the map. This harassment from SjoW is great. Does he have enough Hydras? I don't think he does. He's not prepared for this kind of harassment. And the Spore Crawler is not going to cut it. It's way out of position. He's got to move it. 2 Hydras in the mix here. That Banshee at the back is pretty low on HP. And if he moves these around to the front, then he can start doing more damage. That more Hydras on the way, however. Where are they? 8 on the production tab. Going to focus down a couple of drones there. Locust still doing damage. Oh, look how small the tank count's getting. He needs the PDDs. He's got so many Ravens. With PDDs, these Locusts would be doing 0 damage. But every time they move in, they're doing tank damage. One more tank gets taken down. The Banshees have been dealt with. Finally, the Ravens are moving up to the top right of the map. This is what he needs. With PDDs, these tanks will not be taken down. Blinding Cloud going on the tanks. It looks like the Ravens are just a tiny bit too late. And a lot of tanks get taken down. Now the PDDs arrive. But now there's only 4 tanks left. He had about 10 to 16 tanks at one point. It's a lot of tanks to lose, man. More Locusts going to come in, but PDDs should be able to deal with these. Now he's building 5 Banshees at once. He's going for a really weird mech style. Usually when people go for Sky Terran, they go for BCs and Ravens, not BCs and Banshees. So I'm going to be interested to see what he actually goes for with this style. We've got Roaches and Hydras down here. Stephano looking to take this base real soon. Creep spread still going through the middle of the map. Those Hellbats have been there for ages, man. And he does take down the creep there. Nice little play there by SjoW. And yeah, he's building a lot of Banshees. Let's have a look at the units tab. We've got 3 Banshees out right now, 5 total. But we have got 6 on the production tab at once, so he definitely wants to do something with these. He could use the Ravens to drop PDDs on the Spores, and then go for big dives, using a lot of energy on the Ravens to tank all of the damage that can possibly be done, and use the Banshees to kill the Swarmhosts. But that's going to cost him a lot of energy. He'll have to be really careful with that as well, because if he runs out of energy, then the Locusts are going to start doing damage to this planetary, and he won't have anything to back it up. So he needs to be very careful with that. And Stephano is building a decent amount of Hydras as well. It's mostly to deal with the Banshee harassment that has been going around the map, but it should help out really well if SjoW decides to go for any kind of dive on the Spore Crawlers with the Banshees, since the Hydras will go through the PDDs really quickly compared to Corruptors and Spore Crawlers and Locusts. So Locust moving forward on the planetary, doing a bit of damage. Not too much. He can throw down more PDDs if he wants to. 2 more PDDs going down there. 3 more PDDs actually. So that should keep him covered for a while. And now he's moving across to the left side. He throws down a scan. He finds a couple of Swarmhosts. Not too many Spore Crawlers here. When you factor in the fact that there's PDDs as well, tanking all the damage. SjoW's moving in. What a style from SjoW. This is really interesting. All of the damage is being tanked by the PDDs. The Swarmhosts are getting taken down. The Spores are getting taken down. This is really nice play from SjoW right here, and a couple of abducts, but it doesn't matter. The PDDs are taking so much damage. Is he going too deep though? There's so many Spore Crawlers here, the PDDs can't tank forever. This is what I said, he needs to be careful with this style. And now the Spore Crawlers are doing damage, the Hydras are doing damage to the army as well. Units are starting to take damage, the PDDs have run out, he needs to get out of there. A couple more PDDs do go down, but it's not going to last forever. He does find a bunch of Swarmhosts over here. There are only 1 Spore Crawler on this side. A lot of Swarmhosts going down to the Banshee fire, and this is actually looking really good for SjoW. Maybe he should have gone this deep. This is working out really well for him, but he needs to be careful. We've got 19 Hydras on the production tab. Once they come out with no PDDs available, he needs to get out there right now. Look at the Hydras, they're building up in count. And here we go. It looks like Stephano is going to be moving in. SjoW needs to get off the creep. He needs to get off the creep. The PDD energy is so low. And now the Hydra's engaged. They're going to do so much damage to these Banshees. No PDDs. All the Banshees going down. The Vikings, the Ravens taking damage as well. And SjoW's losing everything. He went too deep. Everything goes down. It was looking so good for him during that engagement. Really interesting playstyle. Killing so many Swarmhosts. But just a bit too far. Just that overcommitment. If he went a bit slower, like just kept diving on the Spore Crawls whilst he had the energy, 100%. Don't take risks like that. That would have proved to be really strong. Now this looks really good for Stephano. With that said, he did lose a lot of Swarmhosts, so he's wasted his entire bank rebuilding his army. But now SjoW's going to have a hard time defending this base over here. Roaches and Hydras moving in, looking for the kill on these tanks so that he can take down the planetary. One tank goes down, looking for the second kill on that tank. The repair is going down for SjoW. Can he get the defense on this? Another tank is going to go down. The last tank does stand though, along with the planetary. Stephano is not going to be able to push through. Only a couple of Swarmhosts left for Stephano. Well, he's got 19. Where are the rest of those Swarmhosts? They are at the back here. He has rebuilt a lot of them. 9 Infestors on the way as well, and a Greater Spire. The 9 Infestors are going to help out massively with the air composition that SjoW is going for. And he's only just established his base at the bottom left. This is what the Banshee harass throughout this game has been doing. And Locust is going to be doing damage this now. He is low on the PDD count. Oh, we've got a couple more Ravens coming across now. Those PDDs going to help out a lot with the Locust trying to do damage over here. And a couple of tanks as well to be able to burn them down before they can do damage to that planetary. There we go, PDD is down. Locust going to struggle to do damage there, but he doesn't have that many Ravens anymore. Although he does have 7 on the production tab at a time. So he will have a lot of Ravens soon, just not right now. He needs to use that energy again. Another tank going down. SjoW's slacking on the multitasking a bit here. The planetary taking damage as well. He needs PDDs. There we go. This game's all about the PDDs, man. All about the PDDs. Now we have got Broodlords on the way for Stephano as well. Not too many Vikings out. Mostly just focusing on mass Raven here. Locust doing damage to the planetary, but he does get a couple of PDDs down. He's now going Hellbat Raven. Purely Hellbat Raven. Not much else in the mix. He's getting a Viking every now and then. And he's just relying on the PDDs to take all of the damage. He does lose a couple of Hellbats though. Yeah, he's losing Hellbats to these Locusts. You can't take that forever, or it's just going to be too efficient for SjoW throughout this game. This is a lot of Raven. Oh, that fungal is absolutely huge! But the Hunter Seekers going on. Hunter Seekers on the Infestors. They're running under the Ravens! It's huge! All the Ravens get taken down. What a play by Stephano there. What a play. That was a big play and a half right there. Another fungal goes down. And there we go. We got another Hunter Seeker. Can he get the Hydra under the Ravens? No, it looks like SjoW does manage to pull back in time. But now the Corruptors are moving forward. There's not much energy left on these Ravens. What a play by those Infestors there. Stephano, absolutely glorious. They made that look beautiful. Perfect reaction times. Now another fungal on these Ravens. They all get taken down. This is suddenly looking horrible for SjoW. Oh man, that fungal, that Hunter Seeker, that play, that was glorious. Now we just throw down a bunch of mules on this base, but it's looking terrible for him after losing all those Ravens. 5 more ready. What a play, man. That was gorgeous. That's the kind of... Oh, Hellbats. March of the Hellbats at the bottom and left of the map. They're going to take care of these spine crawlers really easily. They do a lot of damage with these 3/3 upgrades. And that's how he's going to be spending his minerals from now on. 7 Hellbats at a time. Gonna plow through this base. Can he take it down before the Infestors? Infestor Terran's gonna go down, but they're not gonna be too good against Hellbats, especially with no upgrades. Fungals do go down. Can he deal with this? More Hellbats coming in. He needs to get those Infestors out of there. There we go. Burrow goes down. And now we've got 2 Broodlords on the way to deal with these Hellbats. Obviously Hellbats can't shoot upwards, so it's not gonna go too well for these Hellbats. But it will take a while for these Broods to kill them. Maybe with a bit of support from these Infestors, it can go a bit quicker here. Fungal does go down. Hellbats all dying now. So he doesn't manage to kill this base. And we've got a bunch more Ravens up for SjoW now. He's going to be looking for the big Hunter Seekers. So this is going to be a micro war. He's throwing down auto turrets right now. I'm not sure what his plan is with those. Maybe just to kill the creep. But the Locust will take care of it for a while. But yeah, this is going to be a micro war. It's going to come down to Hunter Seekers. And it's going to come down to Stephano pulling away from the Hunter Seekers. Or pulling them into SjoW's units and not taking too much damage. A bunch of Hellbats moving across the top of the map as well. Not too much static defense in terms of spine crawlers up here, so they're going to be able to do a lot of damage, maybe even break into this base. There's not much at the top side of the map for Stephano at all, and this is a really interesting style from SjoW, using Hellbats throughout the game to spend his minerals rather than just going full-on turtle. And this is a very aggressive mech multitask style coming from SjoW. Hunter Seekers going down, but Stephano does manage to pull back in time, not taking damage from those. He needs to use a lot of PDDs because there's no tanks for SjoW, just the one here. The Locusts go through, just shred through that PDD NG. He has to use like 5 PDDs every time there's a Locust wave, and I think eventually there's just not going to be enough for SjoW to hold on. As you can see, the Extractor gets taken down, more PDDs coming down. Hellbats in the mix trying to do damage to the Locusts. And we still got, whoa, massive amount of Hellbats at the top of the map, but the Broodlords are on the way to deal with these though. It will take a long time to kill them, but it's going to be very efficient for Stephano throughout the engagement. Also, Stephano wants to be looking for the big fungal. Oh, getting a bit risky there. One fungal does go off, but he does manage to dodge it. Moving a couple forward, looking for the Hunter Seekers, but Stephano does move back. One on the Corruptor there. He does move it. Oh, he's going to take it. But only one Corruptor going down there to 2 Hunter Seeker missiles. And now the energy is getting a bit low on all his Ravens. There's only a couple left there with PDDs. And as I said, he needs so much energy for the PDDs with no tanks to shred the Locusts. Hellbat's taking a lot of damage. Fungal goes down there. These Hellbats still going strong at the top of the map. The Broodlord's taking so long to kill him. He might even get a hatch kill here. SjoW just all over. Oh, drones being burnt alive! But they shouldn't be able to catch up to those. Great control there by Stephano. Locust coming into this base again, looking to do damage to the planetary. He's building up energy because he's got so many. He does actually get quite a lot of energy there. Hellbat's still alive at the top of the map. Broodlords take so long to kill him, but look at the bank for Stephano. He's being so efficient throughout this entire game. Oh, Hunter Seekers on all those Infestors there. Will they connect? No, it looks like he does get out in time. Fungal going down for Stephano. A couple of Ravens at the front. That's 4 or 5 Ravens right there. He does throw down another Hunter Seeker, but I think he's going to kill these Ravens. Yeah, he's definitely going to kill these Ravens. Great control by Stephano. Only one Infestor going forward at a time so that he doesn't take a big Hunter Seeker missile by accident. And finally, those Hellbats do die to the Roaches and the Broodlords. SjoW has managed to establish a space up here, but because of the mule production, he's already made it out there. A lot of mules down here. But there are no minerals here. Oh! Now that is a big fungal in the sense of a fungal getting a lot of units, but the problem is there's no minerals left. So those mules are basically useless anyway. We've got more Hellbats at the top of the map for SjoW moving around here. Locust gonna take down that Extractor, and he's building this Raven energy as much as he can, but I don't know how he can break through, especially with the bank that Stephano's got. He's come up to 7,000 minerals, 6,000 gas, and he's going in with the infested Terrans now. He wants to go all the way. He's going deep. He's not reacting with the PDDs. He needs the PDDs in the mix as soon as possible. There we go. PDDs going down now, and with the PDDs he should be able to defend. But he did lose a couple of tanks and a bunch of Hellbats, and the planetary's on fire now at the same time. It is getting repaired. Hunter Seeker's going down on these Infestors. He needs to move them back. They're going to get taken down. He's not watching them. And that's 4 or 5 Infestors going down to those Hunter Seekers. He's focusing on the top of the map at the minute with these Broodlords and the Roaches at the same time to deal with those Hellbats. Now, SjoW's leaving the base. He's going across the top of the map. He realizes that, you know, it's a dead cause. PDDs are only going to last him so long, so what's he going to do? Oh, he's finding the Broodlords. If he takes down those Broodlords, it means his Hellbats are going to be a lot more effective with the harassment at the top of the map. Auto turrets going down as well. But he's going to move the Corruptors up here, and if he gets a nice fungal as well. Oh, there's a nice fungal, but he can't really dive onto this with all these auto turrets. And the PDDs as well, the Corruptors won't do too much damage there, so he needs to wait for the auto turrets to get out of the way. and then he can move in for the engagement there. But SjoW keeps stacking these ravens up so much, it's really scary. Couple of auto turrets going down there. Oh, fungal from the low ground. Perfect fungal from Stephano. All the ravens going to get taken down. Not too much energy on those, and they're all getting blown up. There's no PDDs available. Oh, he Hunter Seekers himself somehow. Everything gets taken down. I'm not sure if that was a miss Hunter Seeker or Stephano microed something into there. I didn't quite see it, but a Hunter Seeker definitely went off and did a lot of damage to those ravens. And I think that's it for SjoW. That was his ravens. That was it. He's got a couple more, but there's not much left at all. That was his big last, like the last big Raven pack that he had to make something happen with, and nothing happened. A couple of auto turrets went down, and they got cleaned up by Locust. And now Hellbats are going to go down as well. Fungal from Stephano. They get taken down. Locusts and Roaches going to take easy care of those with the Fungal. Again, Locust joining the mix to finish them off. And now Stephano's getting up to 10,000 minerals. He's banking now. Oh, Hunter Seekers might do a bit of damage, but Stephano's ready. Oh, just take some damage on that Swarmhost there. But it shouldn't hurt him too much. Now the command center is going to go down to these Corruptors. He can block this landing zone with the Infestors. Actually, it looks like he's just going to go forward with them, looking for that fungal on the Ravens. It is going to burn down anyway. Oh, Stephano. Oh, the Widow Mines! Ah! Takes one hit there. But this arm is tiny, man. 78 supplied, 168 with 10,000 in the bank. Stephano's definitely taken this one to the bank. Oh, a couple of Hellbats down here, but they're going to get cleaned up by the Spine Claw. Yeah, this, I can't see SjoW making anything happen. There's no way he defends this base. It's going to get taken down for sure. This is his last standing army, which isn't much at all. He could just ram his Corruptors into those and everything's going to get taken down. Hellbats, not going to be able to do too much. There's too many spines here for the Hellbats to really break through. Along with the transfuse as well. It's going to be really nice. And he might be able to break through these initial spines. But once the army gets here for Stephano, the Roaches, the Corruptors, a lot of auto turrets coming down, but there's no PDDs left, so now he can just dive on top of these. With no PDDs, the shots are all going to go off, and Ravens go down so quickly when there's no PDDs, and the Corruptors are actually faster than the Ravens, I do think. You don't see it too often that Corruptors are chasing down Ravens, but I do think they are faster. Only 2 Ravens left standing. Oh, Stephano going to look for the fungal here. Can he get it? Oh. Nope, not going to happen, but the Corruptors are going to catch these up. They're going to get taken down. And that should be the end for SjoW. Auto turrets doing a bit of damage. Oh, a nice burrow by Stephano there, making everything count at the end of this game. Now, command center, he's going to land next to the Swarmhost. What's he going to do with this? Unfortunately, you can't... He's going to mine out the rest of this base with his mules. Stephano has 12k in the bank. Very entertaining. Just draining this base of minerals. He's gonna mine like... let's see how much he mines from this base. Going up to 1,000 now. So he did get 1,000 minerals from that trip, which is pretty nice. Even more mules going down, but now they're gonna get shredded by the Locusts. Crypto's even coming in to join the party as well. These poor mules, man. Not a good day at work to be a mule. Yeah, that's the end of the game right there. GG from SjoW. What a good game, guys. That fungal though. That fungal and the Hunter Seeker combo. Damn, girl. Counterattack. So this is a really strong way to play in a ZVZ. Even just 2 Roaches on a counterattack and force so much from your opponent. Not that they're going to do a lot of damage. That's not the key part of a counterattack. The main thing that you're getting from a counterattack is